it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Call me Cardi B, I run this shit like cardio.
Oh my God.
Let's go.
Boy, I'm advanced, got my real tight pants. When I back it up, I put you in a trance.
What's good? What's good? What's good? I think we found our demo. Check out our viewers. These kids, Winnie, also known as Pennywise from our last episode, and his sister Bentley, they have watched our podcast 101 times. Thank you for the downloads. Thank you for giving us the likes. We listen to you. And word on the street is that after Bentley saw her little brother get all of that FaceTime or Zoom time or headroom, I don't know what you want to call it,
right,
as he was dressed as Pennywise at my son's 7th birthday, she wanted her time to shine. Maybe we can start calling this segment, Oh My Stars.
I like it.
Or Oh My Kids. Or Oh My Jealous Big Sisters. Or something like that. Everybody, this is Bentley, who I think should change her stage name to Bents with a Z.
I feel something so right, doing the wrong thing. Couldn't lie. Everything that kills me makes me feel lately
I can carry a tune. She's 9.
Like, really took the craft seriously. I like that, Ben.
Yes, Bents with a Z. America's Got Talent. Are you listening?
Just your spirit, the choice of song, your voice. I think you're really special.
And we cannot leave out Dylan in the background with the air vocals. Way to go, little sister. Papa Ren is 68. Looking great.
It's like that neck ain't so cricked anymore.
Oh, I did just hear. Did you hear that crack? Shout out to my chiropractor, Gregory Lee, who is the real OG of the spine, of the bones.
Look, Big Papa Ren's birthday. I mean, we gave his wife a whole strip tease birthday party. And poor Papa Ren is left with quarantine style turn up.
Yeah, exactly. This is the season of the quarantine birthday, so we got to embrace it. And this is a man who worked in the intelligence world for many, many years before retiring. And so he is very, very familiar with authorized personnel only type signs. No visitors allowed. And so that really was the theme of this. And we just thought it'd be funny and pretty easy just to throw up some caution tape. Now, I thought the idea was good, do cardboard cutouts of the entire family so everybody could be there. What happened was I get Ren's face. It's massive. And then Chin's comes in a couple days later and I'm like, this is not going to be good. That is not an angle. Literally, his face is like maybe 6 times as big as hers. But the bigger mistake was the big family cardboard cutout, which I did spend a lot of time photoshopping my husband, Robert, into it because he wasn't in that family photo. I order this thing, and all of a sudden it dawns on me, Adora is not in this picture.
The oldest, the first kid you birthed. I'm done.
I remembered all the other grandchildren. Jenny has a litter of 4, but not my own daughter. So I had to break the news to her. I thought she would think it was funny because I thought it was funny at one point, and she did not think it was funny. And so I said, I still have one of your old cutouts from 4 years ago when you were a Shopkin. So I'm like, just go grab your cardboard cutout and throw it in the bushes.
How was the day?
Yeah, the day was great. We ate a bunch of cake, and then he opened, his little gifts, and then was on his way, and he told us to keep the head. So right now, this is where Chin's hanging, right on the mantle, right next to the big TV. Never forget, Mama's always watching. So other good news, real quick, we have to acknowledge that the family has expanded.
Yeah.
Yes. I've given birth to a noodle. It's like half Newfoundland, half poodle.
She is so cute.
Like any given day, she had a different name. I personally liked, and I really fought for, was Penny Rogers.
No.
Rude.
All this love we feel needs no conversation. We ride it together.
It would have been a great way to pay tribute to the one and only Kenny Rogers.
Brandy, Penny Rogers, Sunday.
And then we settled on Una.
My favorite. First of all, I love that it's like a little dotting dote to your heritage. And she just looks like a Una. Like when you say her name, you just, that's her. That's Una.
Yeah, we really should call her Squirts though, because I don't know what's in this girl's diet. She's been squirting left and right.
Wait,
But
so how is dog mom of two like? Like, what is that life like for you?
Una is just crazy. You know, Dolly, even as a puppy, she's very laid back and chill. You know, she would just like transport. You'd be doing something, you'd look over and there's this puffball like. This one is like, I caught her eating an earthworm the other day. We had to like rip it out of her mouth, like go in for the other half. Like she tears patches of hair off Dolly. And I think eventually they'll get to the point where they like each other. And that's really why we got a second dog, is so that, you know, Dolly is so needy. I mean, they need human interaction. They're like Olaf from Frozen. Like they need warm hugs.
And Dolly really can hug you. She's so big.
Like I feel like I'm at a 7th grade dance with her.
We belong together.
Arms around the neck, totally appropriate. And it's like, okay, yeah, I know, you know, okay.
Yeah.
And so,
wait, go get Una. We want to see you. Oh my God, this is Una's debut. Oh my God, she's perfect. I can't wait to visit her. Hi, Una.
she could end up being really big.
Yes, what did I say? Because Newfoundlands are no joke. Oh my God, look at her eyes. They're like blue.
They're light, but they're, you know, she's so furry, it's hard to see.
Una.
Oh, you know, here comes Ren.
I miss it.
What's her name?
She's new doggy.
What's her name?
Una, yeah. This is
Right, do you love Una?
I love her.
So Una's part of our family. Yeah. I love her. She's so sweet. We have sports back in this country. Or even if baseball is not your game of choice, it's just nice to have something live. Even though, as I mentioned before, it is a little different. The Nats kicking off their World Series title defense here in Washington at Nationals Park, but without Mr. National himself. And I'm talking about Ryan Zimmerman, who's been there since day one. We had a chance to talk with Ryan and his wonderful wife, Heather, about the new baby, the new bling, that World Series ring, and then also his really difficult decision to sit the season out.
I love the Dolly cutout right there.
Yes, and she has her championship hat on, and then we've got our little baby shark. We are in the spirit. But first off, I just wanted to catch up with y'all and see how quarantine life is treating you. Obviously, it's been pretty busy over there at the Zimmerman house.
We, I mean, you know, throw a new baby into the mix at the start of quarantine. Our 6-year-old and 4-year-old daughters have been so excited about their new younger brother, but it's, you know, juggling all of the personalities and all of the needs of all these young, wonderful children has kept us busy.
Yeah, we joke people who have kids will not have kids during quarantine, and people who are newly married with no kids will have a kid.
And then maybe there'll be some divorces in there too.
Oh yeah, I for sure. I mean, those numbers we're hearing are going up. Like people already inquiring because people are finding out who they really married. I mean, that's the reality of this. Adjusting to a new baby is one thing in its own, but then having nowhere to really escape and no outlet for the other kids as well. I can imagine that that's added some extra stress.
Yeah, I mean, that's been the toughest part for me. I mean, I had never been at home or anywhere this long since I was probably, I don't know, we were talking about the other day, probably 14 or 15 years old. And I miss it, obviously. But, you know, for me, it was the right thing to do. And it's been fine here. I think it's been cool to see the two older girls get to know each other a little bit more.
We've never had Ryan home this much. And so he's really been able to bond with the kids a lot more and, do a lot more with them. Obviously having a newborn, it's awesome for me to have the extra hands at night and, moral support. But yeah, I mean, Ryan's becoming like super chef in the kitchen at home and making us dinners every night. And, it's been nice.
As far as slowing down and maybe just assessing your life or your situation, you realize, you really appreciate the things a lot more than you ever really think about it when you're doing it on a day-to-day basis. You almost get annoyed with some of the stuff and now you miss that stuff.
Absolutely. Although I don't miss Ubering my children around to every event. Like I could do that for the rest of my life. And in addition to new baby, you got some new bling, right?
Yeah, that's
They're personalized. And then the baby sharks on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah, they put I don't know if you can.
Oh, I can see it.
We got our rings. So that was really cool. But it's just been a weird year for everybody. And that's been the worst part, I think, for all of us involved with the championship last year, is not being able to share it and celebrate it, I guess, with everyone that was a part of it.
You were one of the first players to make this decision to answer that question that so many are tasked with when it comes to any sport that is returning during the pandemic. Is it worth it?
The most important thing that everyone needs to understand is it's an individual decision. I think each person is completely different. We're all in different places in our lives. But yeah, for me, I think I was lucky to be in a good situation. But, I respect people who play. I respect people who don't play. I think the biggest fear or worst part of this whole thing is the unknown. I mean, we still don't know so much about this. For me, with what we just talked about, I mean, with a newborn, with my mom being high risk, honestly, one of the bigger parts of the decision was, if I was going to play, we wouldn't be able to see my mom until probably Christmas time, at least, maybe later than that. And I mean, let's be honest, she doesn't care about seeing me. She wants to see, she wants to see the grandkids. And I mean, for her to go a whole year without seeing her grandkids or her family is, that's a big chunk of time as you think of it for her.
Mm-hmm. Was that hard for you too, Heather?
Yeah, it's weird. Obviously, our entire relationship, he's been playing baseball. So it's like we were talking about, nobody's ever spent this much time together. And he is going totally stir crazy because he doesn't know how to spend this much time at home. Even our girls ask, why aren't we going to games? But like Ryan said, I mean, his decision was sort of the only option for our family.
For me, the hardest part was just not playing baseball for a year, especially a year like this where you get to, like you said, defend the World Series title. I commend those guys for doing it, and I respect them. And like I said, I hope it goes well, and I hope nobody gets sick or nothing bad happens and everyone gets to watch baseball, because I know the country wants to watch.
So when we look past this point, I know it's hard to do that just because we don't even know what tomorrow brings. How confident are you when it comes to playing to the ability, that same high level ability come 2021?
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the tougher parts of the decisions too. I think, our last game last year was, I guess, November 1st, something like that. And then we went to spring training and we were a couple weeks away. So to go basically a year and a half without playing baseball at that level is not the easiest thing to do. But yeah, like you said, I plan on, staying in shape right now. We'll do some stuff. I'll take it a little easy, but then, once September, October, November rolls around, depending on how I feel, everything we've talked about and kind of the way that I process this decision, I plan on trying to give it another go and have another year. And hopefully by this time next year, we'll be in a much different place with a lot of things. So that's kind of something for us to look forward to.
He's been grinding it out in the gym here at home, though. He's svelte and ready to rock. I don't know, maybe start like a male modeling career, if nothing else.
Oh yeah, Instagram influencer right here. Yep.
That would make 2020 the craziest year of all time if I become an Instagram influencer, then we all know the world is ending.
We saw the success for that Pros for Heroes was able to pull off. Is this an initiative that you are continuing with as the pandemic continues?
We ended up raising $380,000 with Pros for Heroes, which is pretty amazing. And yeah, we use that to provide meals to all the workers at the Inova hospitals and also provide them with PPE.
I think they used it for childcare for some of their nurses and doctors that obviously had to go to the hospital but didn't have anywhere for their kids to go.
Are there any other projects that you're working on or news that we need to look forward? Are you dropping a new song or a new book that I need to know about that you can give me the inside skinny on?
We're always working on our ZIMS Foundation, raising the money for multiple sclerosis. You can go to zimsfoundation.org and you can read all about what we've done. There's photos on there from events, and there's a donate button if you choose to contribute a little bit during this time. This will just give us time to plan something bigger and better for next year.
We're lucky to be able to have played in the same area and basically grown up in this area. Nobody really gets to do that. So just, it's the right thing to do to give back. And we enjoy it.
Here's Henry making his debut.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
We've got him rocking his National Children's Museum onesie, which I sit on the board for the Children's Museum, and we are anxiously awaiting a time when we can reopen. We're shooting for hopefully in the fall. And that's something else where if people want to go check out information about the National Children's Museum, you can see some of the cool exhibits that we've got going. We're doing a little fundraising for the Children's Museum as well, just to make up for lost revenue during this time when it's been closed.
His ring can fit around Henry's wrist.
I know. Yeah, let's see. We compare sizes.
It's his fist. Let's compare it.
Yeah, you can.
Look, buddy.
It's 2 fingers.
Oh my God, looking good. It's in the blood. It's been a delight catching up with both of y'all and the baby.
It was so nice seeing you.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks
We
for
always
having
appreciate
us.
it.
They're so cute.
So cute. And Ryan finally got a little boy. I love that. Future baseball player.
We will stay in touch with the Zimmermans because they are always doing good things. And hopefully, the Nats. Hopefully the Nats are going to be able to do this again. A mom of 4 and an old friend of mine from college. It's so crazy to think, we were in college, sorority sisters, and now look at mom of 4, mom of 3, Eve Middleton. She's getting an A+ from Professor Angie for her house to homeschool makeover. Okay, this thing is epic.
I never in a million years thought I would homeschool. So this is definitely a big jump for us. But they're all pretty excited about it. The little one, she really loved kindergarten and her friends. And she was like, Mom, I need to see my friends. And I said, well, it's not going to look the same. It's not what you had in kindergarten. We experienced some of the distance learning in the spring when the school shut down, which for elementary was fine. It was, a little bit frustrating here and there. Overall, it was fine. Middle school, however, was really complicated. So we notified the school. There was a notice of intent we had to submit and return our Chromebooks. It was a very simple process. I joined a Facebook group for Loudoun County homeschoolers, and it's been a fantastic resource of just people giving reviews of different curriculum. But YouTube's been a great source for me of just seeing real people reviewing different materials. So this was actually what was our craft room. And it kind of had a school vibe about it before. We had the chalkboard. We had this big table in the middle to kind of do art projects at. We had the flags. It just seemed like a natural place to then add to and make it a true school for us. We added some maps, world map and a US map. We actually found some lockers on Craigslist. So we have some lockers. Every kid has their own locker now, which they've had so much fun decorating. My daughter, she is super creative, and right away she's like, Mom, we need a logo. So she goes online, free logo design, and she finds this little schoolhouse she puts together with kids, and yes, we have a logo. I think the classroom is pretty secondary to everything else. This is fun and cute, and I think it's kind of a novelty for them. I mean, I really think you could do this anywhere, at your dining room table or on your sofa. As long as you have a writing surface for them, some comfy chairs to cuddle up in for reading. Looked at and have ordered a bunch of our materials from. Their growth has gone up 700% since May. It's just waiting on the printers. So waiting for everything to arrive, and then once I feel like we have it all set in place, then we'll get started.
So impressive. I mean, literally, if I had children, I'd be like, can I drop my kids off at your house?
And like she said, I mean, this is a short-term, possibly just a short-term option before the schools figure out what they're going to be doing. And I think that she shared some really great resources that at least will give you a place to start.
That's a lot of work. Good for her, because, oh my gosh, that feels like a full-time job right there.
And she must have some good-ass kids, because I know if I had those lockers, day one, Bob's ass would be locked up in one of those.
3:30 in the afternoon. I should be doing my homework inside my own room.
And Adora would be like, I don't know where the key is. If you want to be having fun the rest of your life, we're talking about getting married.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And how people are getting married during this time. So stay tuned for that. Micro weddings may be a thing that's not going away no time soon. Just saying.
Yeah, micro weddings, mini monies. They have all kinds. That's kind of cute. But we're gonna catch up with an awesome couple, and who is getting in on this trend. And not only is it a great way to have a wonderful wedding during a pandemic, if you choose to, but it's going to save you lots of money. We've got good stuff packed ahead for you. And we have also 50 other episodes that you could be watching right now. Right, Britt?
Pre-COVID, during COVID, we've got you covered on the binging. Go to ohmygoff.com and check those out. Subscribe to us on YouTube and Apple Podcasts, of course, or wherever you listen. Just don't forget to like, comment, and share so we can spread the love, and make sure that we comment back to you guys too. Like we showed you in the beginning of the show, we watch it.
That's right. Take it from Pennywise. Do you think I put too much volumizer in my hair?
Oh my God, I cannot with you.
I'm kind of
on that note, send us what's good as well to info@ohmygoff.com.